Hey everyone, in this video we'll be connecting our Unity app to a Firestore database using the new Firebase SDK. We'll be creating a small app that keeps a count of number of clicks as well as the last updated by in sync with the database. I've put the timestamps, links and the code I've used in this project in the description below. Before we start, if you like videos about game design and development, please like this video and subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every week. So let's get started. If you haven't initialized your Firebase project, you can check out our previous video in which we have set up a Firebase project and configured it in Unity. First, let's go to the Firebase console and open up your project. Head to Firestore database section and click Create Database. Select the security rules to test. By selecting test mode, our database would be accessible to everyone and anyone can read or write the data for the next 30 days. This is fine for now as we haven't configured the rules yet. Let the location be United States. Now click Enable and it would create the database. Firestore is a NoSQL document-oriented database. The data is stored in documents which are organized into collections. To demonstrate reading and writing from the database, we'll create an app that would display the counter value from the database and increase it by 1 on clicking a button. Let's open the Unity project. Ensure that the Firestore package is present in our project. If it is not, go to Assets and Import Package. Now navigate to the folder that contains the Firebase SDK. Go to the .NET 4 folder, select Firestore and import. It will ask you to select the folders to import, so select all. Once it's imported, check for any errors on console. If everything is fine, then the Firestore SDK is successfully added to the project. Ensure that you have the latest Google Services JSON present in your project. Now let's create a simple UI for displaying and incrementing our counter. So here I have created a basic text element that will show the value of the counter and a button element that will increment the value by 1. Now the documents that are added to Firestore can be structs. You can add documents without creating a struct and we'll see that in a later part of the video. Let's create a folder scripts and create a script named counter. Now counter is a struct, so we won't be needing the Unity imports, so let's remove that. We'll be needing the Firestore extension library, so let's import that. Let's remove the start and update method as that won't be required. Now for Firestore to recognize the struct, we need to add Firestore data before it. Let's create two properties count and updated by and add getter and setter methods. We'll be using the Firestore property decorator for these variables. If you want to know more about structs in C#, do let us know in the comments below. Now that we have our struct set up, let's create a Firestore manager. I'll be adding a script Firestore manager to the canvas object that will take care of the database connection and updating and displaying the data. Let's move the file to the scripts folder. Now let's open it and start modifying the file. First, let's add the Unity Engine UI library and the Firestore libraries. If you want to know more about these libraries, you can go through the documentation on Firebase official website. Now let's create variables to store references for the button and text UI. I'm making them serialized field as I can directly drag and drop them through the Unity window. Let's create a variable to store the Firestore instance. Now that we have our variables, let's go to the start method. First, let's assign the default instance of Firestore to our DB variable. Then let's add an on-click listener to the update count button. Let's write the functionality for on-click function. First, we get the old count value from the text. Then we create a new counter variable and specify the appropriate fields. Now we create a reference to the node where we want to store it. A collection is a group of documents, so we'll be writing this on the counters collection in the counter document. You can structure this any way you like. Now on the count ref, we call the setAsync function. which updates the document with the values you pass. We'll be passing the counter variable. Let's print a statement on the debug console to know when it's done. We don't need the update function, so we can remove it. To go through our code, we first create UI variables and the Firestore DB reference variable. Then when the game starts, we assign the default instance of Firestore to the DB variable and add an onClick listener to the update button. The onClick function takes the old value of the counter and updates it using the setAsync function. Now let's test this. So it works and we can see in the Firebase console that the document is getting created. Now let's go back to the script and try writing documents without using structs. You can use dictionaries with string keys. So I'll create the same document using dictionaries. Let's quickly run this to see if it works. So as you can see, we can write data using structs or dictionaries. So now we can write data, but we haven't implemented the reading part yet. You can read the data value once, or you can set up a listener that will trigger each time the database is updated. Let's look at both of the methods. First, we create a getData method that will read value from the database and update the UI only when we call it. First, we get the reference of the document we are trying to read the data of. Then, we use the getSnapshotAsync function. Now let's add a callback for when we receive the snapshot. So as we are using structs, we can directly convert the result to that variable and then update the text UI. Now we can call the getData function on start and each time we update the counter value. Let's try running this. Okay, I made a small error. Let's fix this quickly. So as you can see, it works and the counter value increases. But you need to manually call the function to update the data on your app. Let's try reading data with listeners. First, let's create a listener registration variable to store the listener reference. Let's initialize the listener on the same document. We're using the listen function, which takes a callback function that gets executed each time a value changes in the document. Now we can just use the same code we used in the getSnapshotAsync method. Let's comment out the getData function as we won't be needing that now. It is also a good practice to stop the listener on object destroy to avoid getting null reference errors. Let's try running it. As you can see, the counter value gets updated even if we change it directly from the console. This was a very simple project implementing the Firestore. So if you want to know more about Firestore database, do let us know in the comments below. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like this video and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in such videos, do subscribe to our channel.